What's up, guys? Time to show off a super cool all silver build featuring a dial from my buddy Ron over at Red5 Watchworks. And I get my hand there? Yeah, I did. Doing something. So one of his fancy, awesome dials. Thrown in a 100 case. This is a polished version of the 350 that I normally do. And then I grabbed my shiniest bezel that I had that has kind of a small coin going around the bottom and then polished up to the top. Got a silver tension ring going around inside the domed acrylic. Silver set of Ploprof hands. Just a cool milled bezel. We have a milled, actually you can't quite see, you can there, the mill marks in the caseback. But custom made caseback. You got a signed rotor inside there, you just can't see. And then this is on a shark mesh hybrid band where the center is polished, the outsides are brushed as well as the clasp. With a little BVW down there. And that is the build. Full silver build. Came out freaking awesome. Bezel will turn if you need it to turn. It doesn't really do anything, but just so you know, the bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. Automatic mechanical. The time is not right. I needed to take good pictures, and it was like 105 when I was trying to take pictures. I was like, this is awesome. So just reset the hands on it a little bit. But automatic mechanical, so you can wind it. You can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. I have a cat trying to get out. It's not supposed to be in here to begin with. Once it's off there, you'll feel it and see it with a little bit of play, but you'll feel it with the clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't wind it, but it is a little bit easier to do these third to half turns back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds, that mixed with the rotor movement in the back will keep your time throughout the day as you're moving around, keeping it wound. But if you're not going to be very active, you're at a desk, you're driving all day, just wind it a little bit longer. Do another 10 seconds or so. And you'll max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you are happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click. At that point, you can set your time. Now, it doesn't have a hacking movement, so don't worry about that. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure anywhere. Now, what you're going to need to do is these lines are actually, I put it on there corresponding to the hour. So follow that up. That's dead center 12. Follow this over the crown, which is how I lined it, is 3. Straight down to 6. That would also work for your minutes. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:16 p.m.
1:16 p.m. So we're going to go right past our 15 there. That's about 1:16, right? You're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And we are at 1:16. That is the build. I hope you love it. I think it came out amazing. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. So the wife did these really cool, like this is a heavy bead set. She's like, I don't want to do all silver. Can I put in these that are like silvery bluish? I was like, yeah, add a little bit of color. That's cool. So this is your matching beads. So we'll go in a silver BVW special edition box. It's going to come with watch cleaner. This is a foamer. It's good on all glass and metal parts, which is your watch as a whole. So this is the only thing you're going to need to clean your watch. That with your microfiber. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You're also going to get some fine scratch remover. Now this is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. I just get it for cheaper and repackage it. But it's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, you'll just put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color matching and included microfiber. So with the scratches up and down, go left and right, hazing it, buff it out. and it should be gone. If it's not, wait a little bit, revisit it again, because you're trying to build up that acrylic again. So let it solidify and then revisit it. And then lastly, I'm going to include a Cape Cod cloth. Since this is polished, if you get hairlines, scratches in it, etc., you basically just, I cut little sections out. I don't use the whole thing. And basically just rub them. And rub out the scratch. And then you're going to use something like your microfiber to get off the haziness. And just keep revisiting if it's there. But I would not... directions on the outer 10. You're not going to get the 10 because I'll buy the 10 so I can have these in case I do polished watches. But for reference, let's grab the 10 because you can always just pause the video. Let's see. Now, it says that there are directions for use on outer 10. Is that right, huh? Let's see. Let's spot the directions. Okay, there's the front. So don't let kids have it. Don't swallow it. That's weird. It smells delicious. It does have a buffing cloth, which is what I use myself, but just so you can see, it's just kind of like a washcloth. You know, fancy washcloth. I got a couple more than the one that I use. So you're getting, it comes with 5, and I'm into this one. And you can see I do little sections I cut off if I ever need to use it. Oh, maybe it's right here. Maybe the directions are right on top. I was reading the outside. All right. Polish must be buffed out. Cloths may be used over and over, however discolored. Return cloth to 10. Should cloth become dry, add a few drops of mineral spirits or vegetable oil to revitalize. So it says to use the buffing cloth. The buffing cloth is just literally just a cloth. So, I don't know, I've always given these out and I've never had anybody tell me like, oh, I don't have a cloth to get this off. But what I can do is I can throw in like one of these cloths. I've got like 5, 7 of them. And I think I see them right now. So I would just include those as well. So just an FYI. Sorry for the long video. But I'm going to just go ahead and grab those and put them together. So whomever wins this watch or buys this watch, I have those together. So if it's going to you, congrats. This is push pins. So when you size this, push these out. Find the recessed area, drop them down. This side is not the recessed area. You'll flip this over, push them down. Feed them back the same way. Lay this out, push these back together, then feed it back through. You'll feed it back through and you'll tap it to where it's flush. It's very easy to do this. It might look a little complicated, but just pull it straight apart, push it straight together. You might even lip one on top of the other and push it down in. And you just tap it through, just watching, just making sure they're aligned. I squeeze it with my fingers to make sure they're together and just keep tapping it through. Has a quick disconnect right here, so if you need to have this laid out, you can. You can pop this band right off and do that sizing. Micro adjustments right here. Just use the little pin. And which I might even give you like a punch for this. But anyway, you're just going to use like, I used tweezers that come to a point, and I just push down and I walk it over to the next one, then I flip it over and I push that down and walk over to the next one. It's really difficult to pop it out and then to push it straight in. You know, you'd wind the bottom one up, stick it in there, and then walk it into that one. It's a little harder than it may seem. So I just walk them over one at a time. But that will give you another half link brought in. But that's it. That's the build. Sorry for the long video, but very cool watch. Hope you love it. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.